They are hungry. See here?
Huh?
They are hungry. They are hungry, George. They were hungry for monkey milk. Ow, ow, ow. Careful there, Mr. Monkey Milk. George. We got the skunk off. Ah, yes, sir. I love it on that jig. Ooh. Ah, dog. He snookered me, George. One of them big crappies. One of them old big crappies. That is a nice one, George. That is a nice one, George. That is a nice one, buddy. There you go. That's a nice one. I got that on video, partner. Pull one out of there, Daniel.
I'm trying. I gotta hold my mouth right.
You ain't gotta hold your mouth just right. You snatched him cross-eyed, didn't you, George? You snatched him cross-eyed, didn't you, George? Yes, sir. That's a nice one. That's a nice one, buddy. That's a nice one, buddy. How deep was you dangling that little dumpling?
Gotta go deep, buddy.
Deep.
They're down 20, 25 feet.
Okay, I'm at 20. Down deep, he said. Monkey Milk to the rescue. Come on now. Come on in there. He's a keeper. He's a keeper. We're sitting perfect, George said. George said we're sitting perfect. Perfect when you get out there over that brush. It is a bass. Yeah. You want to clean him? All right. We will send him back where he come from. We will send him back where he come from. As soon as he gives me my monkey milk back. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Sitting perfect, George says. Ha 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 ha. We was sitting perfect, George. There he is. There he is. There he is. Ah, come out of there, big boy. Oh, you a pole bender. He is taking drag. He's taking drag, George. He thinks he is somebody else. He thinks he is something else. Ha 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 ha. Smacked him. I smacked him, George. I smacked him with that monkey milk, didn't I, George? I am the jig master, ain't I, George? Ha 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 ha. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Got a fighter. Got a fighter there, George. Still got my mini though. We was trying to lose the mini. Might get them fired up again, George. Get that one more rally in before we go strippers. Might get that one more rally in before we go strippers. Can't ever tell. I want to tell you what I did. I picked it up and dropped it a couple times. Yep. They wanted it moving a little bit. That's a nice one, George. That's a nice one.
I ain't got no minnow. Oh, look. Look.
Oh, no. That's a nice one, George. That's a nice one there, George. That's a nice one there, George. Kathy would be so proud of us.
Pickles there if you want one. Look at her.
You son gun. Come here, you rascal. Come here, you little rascal. Donkey Kong. Look, I still got a minute, George. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, George. I still got a mini. He played with that a long time, George, before he'd commit. Had to really tease him on. I really had to tease him, buddy. I really had to tease him. Thank you, Lord, for the second rally. Do you lick it, George?
I'm just giving it a little more.
I hear you.
Going in deep.
Going in deep. Watch it, George. It's going in deep. I'd burn it. I had him, George. He was smelling of it. He didn't even hit it. I picked up on it and he had it in his mouth. Dad burn it. He was doing it again. Little liquor. That little pot liquor. Oh, he was dancing him. He was dancing him. Come on out of there, big boy. Come on out of there, big boy. Oh, nice one, George. That's a nice one, George. I got a nice one here too, buddy. Man, what a slab. Look here, George. He liked that big manna.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
That ain't near as nice as what we caught the other day, but I'll take him, brother. I'll take him, brother. If he can go with it. If he can go with it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, he's licking on it. He's licking on it right now. He's licking on it. Done dropped down there and found one, didn't it, George?
Hog foundation down there.
Yeah, man. That's down there about 18 foot. That's down there about 18 feet. I almost was. Almost was, George, in that tree. Do it, George. George done found him a donk. George done got him a pole bender. Oh, that is a good one, George. That is a nice one. That is a nice one, buddy.
It's taco.
George done found him a nice one. Oh, and then we hooked up, brother. Come out of there. Come out of there, big boy. Come out of there, big boy. That's a big one. That's a donk. And he's a ripping wonder.
Oh, man.
That's a donk.
That's the biggest one yet,
Ain't that a nice one?
I wonder what he weighs.
Oh, a pound or two. I love it when that happens. Don't you love it when that happens? Man, I love it when that happens.
He said, yeah.
Uh-oh, George is on fire. George is on fire. Done got another crappie. Another crappie. George done got him another crappie. He done got him so good he can't get him off the hook. Ah, you dirty rascal. You made me jerk. George done jerked his eyes closed. George done jerked a knot in his butt. George done jerked a knot in his butt. Do it, George.
Mercy.
Do it, George. Do it, George. Do it, George. I guess I'm gonna have to come back up there. I don't see no brush back here or fish. Do it, George. Do it, George. Uh-huh. I didn't see him. I seen a rod boat up. Oh. Is that a good one, George? Yes, sir. That's a good one. That's a good one, George.
Nice one right there.
That is a tank. That's a saddlebag. I believe that's a saddlebag.